music that is released.
I choked.
In the country of England, in a record store in a city called Kingston. So I'm on the kind of a different part of the world from where I grew up. Now it's cool to be in here looking at some of these same records that I listened to when growing up. One of the first kind of records that I listened to that was such a mixture of music between kind of punk and hip hop and different genres kind of crossing that I'd never heard before.
Your influences are like really eclectic. You can hear like Eminem, and then you can hear like, I don't know, almost even, I hope you don't take offense to this, but like a Maroon 5. Like
all the Maroon 5 songs, all of them at once.
At the same time.
It would work. It would.
With like the keyboards and stuff like that, and you're doing that all in one song, but it flows great. So what are some of the bands that influence you? Growing up, that made you make the music you do?
Honestly, I listened to a lot of I didn't listen to a ton of music.
Who are the newer artists that you are listening to now?
Why do you want to know that?
Which leaves us wondering, what did you guys listen to when you were growing up?
Nothing.
We're influenced by our dad.
All the Maroon 5 songs, all of them at once.
Okay, so Josh and Tyler, welcome on the Gorton Festival. How do you like it so far?
We like it a lot. So far?
Seriously?
We like it.
So far, so good.
Yeah, beautiful.
Do you have any idols in the music or musicians?
Oh shit, here we go again.
Do you?
Yes, I have.
Yeah. You worship this person?
You know 21 Pilots?
I've heard of them.
That would be our idol, I would say.
Hilarious guys.
Yeah, we love them.
Yeah, me too.
No, I don't think we have an idol. It's hard to pinpoint one person. We have a lot of bands that we love. We listen to a lot of music, so it's really hard for us to
We're a big fan of Celine Dion's instrumentals.
spit out just a few names for our inspiration, but ultimately we just like to make music that we like.
Bitch. B-I-C-T-H. Who most often picks the music on the bus?
Ooh.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
What's your go-to?
Well, a lot of times I'll just... I'll just put on a playlist or something.
I just walked into his green room a little bit ago, and he was listening to jazz music.
Kind of records that I listened to that was such a mixture of music between kind of punk and hip hop.
He was listening to jazz music.
When Pilots and you're watching Cool Accidents.
We only listen to our own music. So, since we're in Australia, I guess.
We're Australian artists.
Right now we are.
Can you relate to these kids? Like, when you were growing up, who would you camp out for?
Nobody.
If Josh had been in a band,
You would have camped out.
I would have camped out for his band.
Listening to every song that you made since you started, it's really hard to pinpoint the influences of 21 Pilots because it's all over the place. You're doing pretty much every style, which leaves us wondering, what did you guys listen to when you were growing up?
Look at his head!
Favorite artists that maybe you bonded over, some things that you listened to while you were growing up.
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Played out in the woods, heard some chipmunking, laid by a babbling brook, and then woke up one day and was like, I'm going to write songs. I don't know. It's hard to answer that question. I don't know exactly if we can pin everything onto one artist. Josh and I didn't have a particular artist that we bonded over. I know that there are a lot of bands that have that story of we went to this show together or we listened to this band together or this artist and we really bonded over our love of vinyl and I don't know. It didn't happen that way for us. We started making each other laugh. That's it. And then from there, do you want to make music? I guess. So, sorry.
No, it's okay. I really appreciate the fact that when you don't really like a question, and we can tell that you don't like the question.
What?
Who are the newer artists that you are listening to now that you think
There's
are
a great
interesting?
record, Trench Out, that just came out that I really enjoy playing.
Yeah.
It's ours.
Oh,
I don't like other people's music,
Yeah.
man. Why do you want to know that?
I'm always interested, now that you're big, now that you're in the mainstream, who are those artists that you find interesting that you can still pick up from, even if they're brand new?
But see, then I won't be able to steal from them anymore.
So no one but yourself?
No one.
Okay.
No one but Beyonce.
Okay, no one but Beyonce. So the
Favorite
question-
new artist?
Yeah, favorite new artist.
My favorite new artist.
I wasn't glad I asked the question when you answered the first time, but
No, I think
it's a really good answer.
question, and it's something that I like to explain, but it's taking time to try to put it into words why it's hard to answer that question. But that's why it's hard to answer it.
I would also add, I think the older we get, and we've had this conversation a couple times, but we're influenced by our dads.
You are my dad. You're my dad. Wookie, wookie, wookie.
If you could have a song that describes your life that is not yours, which one would it be and why?
Ball with the Ball by Kid Rock.
Man, yeah.
I was ready for that one.
Higher by Creed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else? All the Maroon 5 songs. All of them. At once.
At the same time.
It would work. It would.
Describes our lives.
What's some other ones? We're a big fan of Celine Dion's instrumentals.
You know, we get the question, who are you influenced by? And we always kind of stood by this answer that, you know, we're not going to list those bands or those artists inside of what it is we're making. Oh, man, that's just such an easy question. I've been looking for Celine Dion.
That you guys like Celine Dion.
Really like Celine Dion's band.
Okay.
Not so much her. Not that we're, you know, protective of our credit or our success, but to kind of strictly narrow it down to the amount of time that we have to maybe list a couple of artists is just not fair because we're influenced by so many people. Celine Dion. But the question, who aren't you influenced by? I have a question for you, and that's how long of an interview can this be?
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster.
That's pretty negative of me to say. I'm not influenced by any band who stands on stage and goes, how's everybody here on the right side?
We got the right side. Right side, are you with me over here now, yeah?
And you're thinking, that's your right side. That's not my right side. I'm on the left side.
From the center all the way over, we got the left side. Left side, are you with me over here now, yeah? Okay.
I'm on the left side. And you know what I'm saying? So when a lead singer is on stage and goes, give it up for the right side, the audience feels like they're on the left side.
What?
And that's just a small little piece of something that we've tried to work on, and that's putting ourselves in the audience, trying to understand what it is that they see, and asking us, you know, the question, are we still in love and is it possible we feel the same? What would we want to see at a show? We want to have some sort of connection with that audience member. Hi. And to lose sight of that is it's very easy to pick up on.
You explain it to me, and I really appreciate that.
Well, it's just it obviously it's a question that we get a lot, and it's really it's difficult to pin it down. I mean, we could talk for hours. I personally, I think Josh as well, we're influenced by songs. I don't know if there's an artist that we ate up everything they did. I don't think that there's an artist in the history of music that has released
I choked.
everything that they've released I've agreed with or loved or connected with. And I think that speaks to you know, the climate now more than ever, that you can be influenced by specific songs, maybe a specific verse.
Oh, you do not